The original Stanley Parable was a Half-Life 2 mod that came out in 2011. It was something I'd been working on in my spare time. Never made a game before, and I put it out there, and it did a little bit better than I was expecting it to. So some people came to me who actually know how to make games look good, and said, hey, let's make this thing look good. And that sort of started a very kind of snowballing development process that started just with, oh, I bet we could make this thing visually look better, and then, oh, I bet we could add some more stuff, and then it just kind of kept growing and growing and growing. And 2 years later, here we are. You know, we're showing it off at PAX, and it's going to come out in just a few weeks and finally put this whole big long ordeal to rest. The Stanley Parable is a game about how we use story to convey our feelings. So, for example, the way that I use language to talk about what's on my mind. The fact that usually what's on your mind is very, very schizophrenic, so your language changes over and over and over to describe yourself. So there's a narrator who has a story that he wants to tell you, and you can choose to subvert his idea of what he wants the story to be, to take it in a different direction. And every time you make that choice, it changes the nature of the world that you're living in. So every time the narrator has to create a new story for you, it gives you a new interpretation of who you are and who he is. So it's like a dance back and forth between the player and the game, each one trying to explain one another. It's going to be on PC and Mac on Steam.
It sells 1 billion copies, but you consider other platforms?
So the other platforms issue is a licensing thing right now that is just legal. I want to get it sorted out as soon as possible to be able to figure out what my options are for bringing it to other consoles, but that's just like a weird, boring legal thing.